Hey, it's Jay from Fable and Fiber. I have been really working hard on trying to find a craft that I can do when I don't feel like my body can handle sewing, or like I'm able to really do a lot of detail work, or really focus on a heavy craft, but that would be something perfect and suitable for the fall season. And I have seen so many people using tension rods and pool noodles to create the most gorgeous seasonal door decor and things like that. So I decided I had to try it. I've got a few things here, and I think we're gonna see how we can make it work. So first off, I got a tension rod. I picked this one up on Amazon. It was pretty affordable. I want to say it was only $6 or $7. Because when I do a DIY, I don't like to spend a lot of money, and I don't like to ever use something, buy something that's going to be kind of single use. Because that doesn't make a lot of sense for me. I'm on a super limited income, being a disabled person. So if I'm going to buy something for a craft, I want it to be something I'm going to be able to use for a long time. But tension rod, obviously most important thing. I'll have to make sure that I get it to the size of my doorway. That's pretty important. Trying to eyeball what I think the size of my doorway will be, so that way when I go to put this up, it doesn't have too much issue. And then the other thing I got, instead of getting pool noodles, I got these, which are duct covers that already have a slit down the side, because I thought that would save me some of the pain of having to try to cut it, and also they might fit the tension rod a little bit better since I got such a skinny tension rod. And also they were a little bit cheaper than buying pool noodles out of season, because we're getting to the end of the summer season, and I was like, if I can find pool noodles on a discount, I will buy the pool noodles and I'll cut them down. I could not find them on a discount anywhere. So I got these, and like I said, they have a peel and stick to them, and they are a little bit wider than I need for my pool, or for my tension rod, but I think I might be okay with that, because if I'm not exactly sure what size my doorway is, then moving the tension rod won't destroy the whole display. So we're gonna go with it. And I think I'm actually not even going to attach them to itself. I'm not gonna seal it together until I know what's up, because I definitely plan to reuse these until they're kind of falling apart for multiple seasons. But it looks like for about door width, I'll probably need maybe 3. I'm kind of guessing here, to be honest. I did not measure my door before this, because I've had to be very mobile today, and I don't know that I have it in me to be super mobile right now, which may pose a problem. If it is that it's not exactly 3, I may have to size this down. And I can see where the perk of a pool noodle would be, that see, there's a little bit of a gap or unevenness, but I think I'm going to be able to fill that in. But let's see if I can actually make this wide enough for all 3. And then maybe I'll have to just shrink them down or something. And then we'll cut them down if we have to. I think that's the best way to handle this. I'm trying to guess how wide a door is. And I probably should have measured that before I really need to stay seated for the night. But I'm hoping that when my kiddo comes back from hanging out with friends, he'll be able to go measure it for me. Because that would be great. Okay, so if I get it this wide, that fits 3 pretty well. And I can even adjust it down so you don't even see the tension rod. So I'm hoping this is going to be the right size. But what you do, from what I've seen, and that did leave me some left over, which if I have leftovers, I have a second craft in mind that will coordinate. So we'll see. I did also buy these from Amazon. And again, I thought, what can be something that I reuse year in and year out? And what's something that won't cause like permanent damage to my tension rod and pool noodles, so I can swap it out seasonally. And I thought these are perfect. And the thing I really like about these is we don't really have much outdoor lighting. So these said they were good for indoor outdoor. We're gonna see. I mean, I'm hoping they'll last the season, but I don't know for sure. I've had success with similar ones before, so we're gonna see. They take 3 double A's. We'll pop those in and we'll see what it looks like all lit up. Oh my gosh, that is so pretty. Whoa, I did not expect that to look as pretty as it does. Okay. I'm already a fan and I haven't even like actually started the project really. All right. The only thing I wish that these had that these don't is a timer. So I would probably have to have my kid physically go turn them on and off if I wanted to keep them lit. But look how pretty that looks. I really do like that. Yeah, that's kind of nice. Okay, let's turn them off for the time being. There is a flash mode. I'm not going to turn that on for obvious reasons. But what the tutorials kind of indicated, the thing that I bought had a Lolo, we're filming a video here. Lolo, why are we shaking the tripod? Lolo. Okay, you're going to lay down there and you're not going to shake the tripod anymore, right? Lolo promises not to shake the tripod anymore. We'll see. She's not very good at keeping those kinds of promises. So I also got a pack of these U-shaped sewing pens on Amazon. Oh, my nails are stained and nasty from other projects, but you can kind of get the vibe. It's a U-shaped sewing pen. She is shaking the camera again. I'm sorry. I can't get her to cooperate sometimes. But what you do is you kind of just like use the pin. I'm trying to see how to do this without like showing you without like knocking it off of my lap. But you just kind of use the pin to like fasten these in place and you kind of like wrap it around. And I'm thinking now I probably should have gotten a more full, lush garland. But we have a plan for that, okay? We do have a plan. If anyone's played RDR2, you probably do not like hearing when someone has a plan. I have a plan, as Dutch would say. I'm trying to make one of them stretch the full length because I'd like to use the other one for something else. But we will see. If I need both for this, I'll use both for this. And we just won't worry about it. I did buy some other garlands at the Dollar Tree when I realized that this wasn't quite as lush as I thought. In case I needed them. Danny, those aren't yours. Danny, are those yours? No, they are not. Those are not yours. I know that your name is Danielle Noodles. And those are basically pool noodles, but they are not Danielle's pool noodles. Hey. No, no. No, no. I will bap you. Let go. Okay, so we're already running into problems, y'all. Problem number one, Problem number one is the cat's running away with my noodles. She just straight up stole one of them. That's problem number one. Problem number two is one U-pin is not enough to hold the weight of the battery pack. So I may not be able to keep holding this up like this to show you. We're going to have to find another plan to show you. Also wondering if I don't need to like work with one noodle at a time. But basically you wrap this around and you put the U-pins in place, which is simple enough. And like 100 pack of U-pins is like $6 on Amazon. And you can use them for these kinds of crafts. You can use them for sewing. You can use them for like a million things. So I never feel like it's a waste to buy U-pins because they're cheap and very effective. But as you can see, this is not going to do the job of covering this. So we're going to have to figure something else out. I bet there's an easier way to like wrap that around. I guarantee someone else has thought of an easier way than what I just did. And I just haven't thought of it. I'm not too concerned about the cat having this noodle thing because she found a styrofoam cone like a week ago and she's just been wandering around treating it like it's her child. She's so gentle with it and has not even taken off like the tiniest chunk from it. So not super concerned about her having it. I'm pretty sure she will be very, very tender with her piece of foam that she has hijacked from me. At least she better be. All right, so we're just going to like U-pin this into place. It is not looking as full and lush as I want it to, and I probably should have sprung for like a more expensive, more full garland. We'll add one of the Dollar Tree ones and decide if we want to add the other lit up one or if we want to save it for project number 2, which I thought was going to maybe be in this video, but it's taking me a long time to do this, like longer than I expected. So that may be a separate video. We'll see. We'll see. All right, so we just pin this into place like along the whole length of the thing. I'm going to set that down so I can pin it a little easier, but I don't want to like adjust the whole camera for like a few pins. So y'all are just going to have to bear with me for a second while I get these pinned into place. That seems fair, right? Or I might edit this. I don't know. Okay. So, we do have the Dollar Tree ones, which are not as long and are also not super full, but that's okay. They don't need to be super long and super full because I do still have another backup plan. But I did get like one of each color of these. To kind of work in as well. So we'll see how it looks once I get those on and then decide where to go. Because the point is you don't want any of the gray showing in the end. You want it all to be covered up. So we're going to keep this going around and around and around and around, pin it into place. I'm probably using more pins than necessary, but also I live in the Midwest and stormy fall seasons are the norm for us. So I don't want to risk like having a derecho and all of this like coming down before I can get to it. So, you know, is what it is. All of this just gets kind of pinned into place. Do not play a drinking game where you drink every time I say pinned into place, because you would be sick by now, I think. Because that's basically all this craft is. This craft is pinning things into place. Which is part of the appeal. There's no, like, any wild, hectic, crazy things to do. You just pin things into place. It's already looking better. And then, if I turn the lights on, it looks even better. Still doesn't look great. But I also bought a box of artificial flowers and sprigs and things like that. So we're going to try to take these off of their stem and then just like stick them in to the foam, apparently. Oh yeah, okay, that wasn't that hard. So we're gonna stick these in, and actually for this I might adjust the camera. Y'all get to see my janky little rig. And I got several different like colors. I just got like a variety pack because I thought that would be the easiest way to add some prettiness without being too complicated. And I went for a fall one. And I think I kind of want to aim everything toward whatever's going to be my planned like front of this in case I run out, because it's okay if the back has some gray, but it's not okay for the front to have some gray. It's kind of what I'm deciding as I go. So we're just gonna kind of take a few every little bit. Like I'm gonna work on the first couple of noodles and then I'm gonna scoot it over and work on the second couple of noodles and see how it looks at that point. There are probably easier ways to do this, but I don't have wire cutters right now. And I'm not sure that I fully have the grip strength to use them even if I did. You just kind of like push this into the pool noodle, if it'll let me. This one's giving me more trouble than the others. Or if you're like me and not using pool noodles, like the insulation piping stuff, and you just kind of fluff it. But this is the general idea. I feel like if I can keep filling that out, then like at a long enough distance, it's gonna look good. It just maybe doesn't yet. I'm trusting the process, kind of. I hope. I will say it looked much better online than it does in person. And now I'm wondering if I was crazy to like buy the supplies for this. We'll see. We will see how it works out. Danny, you don't need another one. You already have one. No, no, no. We're done with these. These are mine. These are mine. They're mine now. No, no more for Danny. No more for Danny. No more. Danny really wants more. Lolo, we're not going to eat these. What is it? No. What are you? Shrimp. No. Oh my gosh. Creating with cats is difficult. And now she's shaking the entire tripod again, trying to walk across the stand. Why not? Why not make my life harder, Shrimp? I call her Shrimp because technically her name is Shrimp Lo Mein. We just don't call her Shrimp Lo Mein very often. She's either Shrimp or Lolo. And then the other one is Dan Noodles. And so we usually end up calling her Danny or Danielle, or we tell her she has noodles in her brains. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to edit some of this down because this is taking longer than I expected. And it's also way harder than I expected. Again, it would probably be easier if I actually had like some form of like cutters, but I don't. I am starting to see the vision though. I'm starting to see the vision. If I can just like fill it out enough. And if you're like, you didn't save enough for down there, I did. I'm only taking a couple of sprigs from here for now. And then I'm gonna do like 2 down there on each and then see where we're at in terms of like it looking pretty enough. I'm trying to do like 2 sprigs per half for now and then see where we're at. Because if we're in good shape, then we can fill it out even more. But I don't want to use all of them on this half and then be like, oh crap, I don't have any for the rest of it. So we'll see. Okay, we're also having some of these like fall off, and I'm wondering if I can like U-pin them into place. Because if I can, that would like also help fill it out a little bit. Lolo's yapping. Okay, so if I take this and then hook it on that part and then just shoink, kind of fill in some of like the areas that don't look as like done. Yeah, maybe that works. Okay, I kind of like that. So that might work. We're getting somewhere. We are making progress. At a distance, I don't think you'll be able to see the gray as much. So if I can just like keep this going, we'll get there. I'm gonna turn the video off and come back when I'm done. So to avoid doxing myself and showing you how it would look on the outside of my door, this is what it looks like once it's complete. You can still see some of the gray, but I really think at a glance, it's not like glaringly obvious. I think if I have any extras once I make project number 2, I'll fill it in. But I really, really like how it turned out, and I think we're good to go. I did end up having to trim like 1/2 inch or 1 inch off of the end of one of those, and cutting into it with the box cutter was super simple. I just like quickly slopped off the end and it was like done. So no issues on cutting through the pipe foam, but this is the end result once you fill in all those little details. And I really, really love how it turned out. Like I said, you can still see peaks of gray, but I really don't think it's that noticeable. And I really think it turned out nice. And you can't even really see the battery box from these hanging down when you're at a distance. So, I mean, like if you glance at it, you don't really see that well. And I can always tack it up a little bit higher if I need to, but then it can be turned off. And that's what it looks like when it's off. I think it'll look really good. didn't mean to turn it on.